Quicken Loans has smart ways to help you take advantage of your home's rising equity. In fact, you could take cash out to consolidate debt. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.18%, APR 4.35%. Call 800-QUICKEN today or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Welcome back here to What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. I'm Michael Horn with Eric Hines. And Eric, apparently, I just was texted by Chef Jeff. He and his sous chefs, Luke and Lily, are out celebrating National Farm Rescuer Day today, and they're harvesting some beans out at Farmer Bottom's farm. Farmer
very
Bottom's,
good.
Fell on his bottom, and we've had some hard times. So it's National Farm Rescue Day today, and we're glad to hear that.
Well, we wish our best to Farmer Bottom.
In the meantime, you can hang out in his kitchen and make whatever you want here on What's Cooking Today. Where are we headed here?
Right now, we do have Meghan Gilmore. She is a certified health coach and expert nutritionist and also the author of the No Excuses Detox. Meghan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Meghan, it's so good to have one of the Gilmore girls on our show. We've been after you for some time. Thanks for being with us.
You could get me.
Yes.
I was very busy.
We have followed you carefully on TV all the time. No, Meghan Gilmore, she's heard a lot of excuses on people, her clients, because she's a nutritionist, that they don't know how to start anything. And you, by the way, I guess, Meghan, and we're going to get your story in a second, you are a former junk food lover, and now you're a sought-after nutrition expert. She's got a new book called No Excuses Detox, 100 recipes to help you eat healthy every day. And she says there's 5 common excuses for not eating healthy. First, let's get your story. Give us your background. You were a junk food junkie?
I was, yeah. I was a military brat growing up. My dad was in the Air Force, and that meant we moved a lot. Sometimes we moved so often that we wouldn't even bother unpacking our kitchen.
Wow.
So we just relied on a lot of fast food because my mom didn't really cook a lot, and we didn't really know that there was a difference between quality of food. So it wasn't like we thought we were eating badly. It just was the fast, easy option. And so that's all I knew growing up was to eat a lot of fast food.
What, just before we get to the healthy side of your story, what was your favorite fast food, by the way?
Oh man! So every day,
wait a minute. I don't want you to fall off the wagon. But go ahead. What was your favorite?
I would get a supersized value meal from McDonald's. It was the number 3. I think it was the quarter pounder with cheese.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I ate it every single day of my life.
Yeah, and so there you go. And so what happened? You were very not very healthy, correct?
Yeah, and then I was always an active kid, so it never really caught up with me until I got to college, and then I was in these longer classes. And I realized I was gaining weight pretty quickly. I wasn't feeling very good. My skin was terrible. And I noticed all my girlfriends weren't really eating the way that I did, and it kind of made me question what I was doing. So I started kind of exploring different diets, and they were all kind of effective, but I could never stick to them for very long. I never lasted more than 2 weeks. And so it took me lots of trial and error, but I realized that the most effective way for me was to just upgrade the food I was eating and try to make it taste as good as the junk food that I loved. So
interesting.
That's kind of how
you upgraded the food you're eating, make it taste as good as it. So you actually came up with recipes then, right?
Yeah, I started playing in the kitchen for like the first time ever.
Thus your book, 100 Quick, Cheap, Nutritious, Delicious Fixes. So give us an example of a fix. What are you talking about?
Well, so for example, in the book, one of my favorite things is I love lasagna. And I like all the cheesy, all the tomato sauce. So instead of using pasta, I make a cauliflower alternative, which sounds a little weird. But when you bake cauliflower with pizza sauce and some eggs for protein and cheese, it kind of bakes together into a lasagna. And most of my recipe testers couldn't tell they were eating cauliflower at all.
Oh. Wow. Okay, so I like this. I understand what's going on with the book. Now, you also say the book is called No Excuses Detox, 100 recipes to help you eat healthy every day. And you say that there are 5 common excuses for not eating healthy on a regular basis. So let's go through the excuses. What's excuse number 1?
Yeah, so the first excuse I hear from a lot of people is that they're too busy. They just don't have the time to cook at all, and so they think that healthy eating is time-consuming.
Right.
And so in the book, I provide a lot of recipes that take 5 to 15 minutes of hands-on time. You know, you can whip up a smoothie. You can make a Chex Mix that doesn't have the processed cereal. And there's a lot of 30-minute meals that are great for quick weeknight dinners. And it really just is as fast as going through a drive-through window.
So you say, and you use the book, you seek out some speedier recipes, things that don't take that much time to prepare. And what about, do you prepare ahead? Do you freeze some things sometimes?
Yeah. There's a lot of make-ahead options in this book. And I've tested recipes to make them freeze or dump meals, which is just a funny way of saying you throw all the ingredients in without any pre-cooking, you freeze it, and then when you thaw it and bake it, it bakes up perfectly.
What about at the store? Can you pick up like healthy things that are already frozen for you? I mean, if you know what you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use bagged frozen vegetables, all sorts of stuff.
All right. Okay. Excuse number 2. What is it?
It's that healthy eating is too expensive.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, it is. It's more expensive, right?
Well, it can be. I feel like a lot of people, they're trying to replace their junk food favorites. So if you go buy, potato chips that are cooked in coconut oil or cookies that are made with organic flour, those are going to be more expensive. But if you stick to basics and make it simple, it really doesn't have to be more expensive. And so in this book, I've included 3 weeks of meal plans, and one of the meal plans is a budget-friendly plan that feeds you for less than $6 a day.
Wow.
Really?
And,
now, how do you do that? What products do you buy to go ahead and cut costs down?
Well, it's cooking whole foods. And usually cutting out a lot of heavy animal products like eggs and meat. Those are the things that make food more expensive. So you're doing a few more plant-based things. Throughout the book, I do have ways if you want to add more meat or if you're missing something, you can add it in. But I'm showing you how to cut costs and make it really cost-effective.
And you say there's a dirty dozen list. What do you mean by that?
Well, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, releases a thing actually it's the EWG. They release a list every year showing that the crops that are most sprayed with pesticides. So those are kind of the things that, like apples, bell peppers, anything that you're going to eat the skin. Those are things that you might want to focus on organic, but anything that's not on that list, you can save money by buying the conventional version.
Meghan Gilmore is our guest, the author of No Excuses Detox, the top 5 excuses people eat poorly, and 100 quick, cheap, nutritious, delicious fixes. Excuse number 3, what is that?
My family's too picky.
Oh, yeah, I get that one.
Yeah. Okay, what do you mean?
Well, so I have a 3-year-old son who's a very picky toddler.
Yep.
And so he was kind of my go-to taste tester for this. A lot of kids don't want to eat vegetables. And so I purposely tried to fill this cookbook with more kid-friendly recipes. So there's a muffin that's made with no refined flour or sugar in this book. So it's loaded with protein. It's going to keep your kids more satisfied without them having cravings throughout their school day. There's a lot of nut-free snacks. There's a quick no-bake granola bar that parents can send with their kids to school and not worry about the nut allergies that go on in schools these days. And just a lot more kid-tested recipes so that there's no excuse to not make it for your whole family.
Kid-friendly recipes in the book, and the healthful snacks, you want to get those over there, maybe more veggies and stuff. Excuse number 4, what is that?
I'm always on the go.
Yes, I am. That's one of the ones. I'm always on the go.
Yeah. And
how do I have time? So help me. What do I have to do?
Well, in the book, there's some 15-minute recipes that are packable. So a lot of fresh food doesn't travel well, but I included more snacks that are shelf-stable that you can keep with you if you want to throw them in a suitcase. They'll last a lot longer.
Okay.
And they're still affordable and quick, just like all the other recipes.
Excuse number 5?
I can't control my cravings. Like, I crave sugar.
All right, there you have it. Where do we get the book?
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Kaanapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Kaanapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Kaanapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit kaanapaliresort.com. That's KAANAPALI resort.com.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Hey there! Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right. Get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
We're back with What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. Michael home with Eric Hines. Do we still have Meghan Gilmore on the line, Eric?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we wrapped up properly with Meghan here. She is author of No Excuse Detox, and she gave us some great excuses that people give out as to why they're unable to eat healthy. But her book is a great resource for people that are trying to break that bubble and actually start eating healthy. Welcome back, Meghan.
Thanks for having me.
Finish on excuse number 5. So how do we, when the last excuses, and these are 5 excuses, by the way, if you're just joining us here, she is a certified health coach and nutritionist, and she said people have excuses like, I don't have enough time, it's too expensive. There's another one that she has over there, my family is too picky, for gosh sakes, I'm always on the go. And our last one was, I can't control my cravings. How do we handle that?
Well, there's tips throughout the book to give you advice on why you might be having the cravings, but I also include a whole chapter on decadent desserts that are naturally sweetened, and those are going to help you. If you're missing a cookie, there's a delicious deep dish cookie in the book, and all sorts of sweet treats that will help you get through those.
Okay, so there you go. And also you mentioned in the book that sometimes it gets people upset. They don't know how to start. How do you start this whole thing? You were there. You faced it. How did you finally push the button to just start yourself in the right direction?
I think the easiest way is just baby steps. If you try to do too much at once, you're going to get overwhelmed and give up in a couple of weeks like I used to. Start your day with a smoothie that tastes really good. Like, don't eat anything that tastes bad, because then you're not going to want to keep going.
Okay,
so find really delicious recipes that you like, that are easy, that you can fit into your lifestyle, and just start from there.
All right, what's your website? Can people get the book at your website, or do they get it at bookstores? Where can we find in the book
again? You
again?
can find the book at bookstores nationwide, on Amazon, and my website for more free recipes is detoxinista.com.
Detoxinista, I like that. DETOX.
Yeah, like fashionista, but detox.
Yeah, DetoxInista, Detoxinista.com. I'm a Detoxinista. I'll join your group over there. And the book is called No Excuses Detox, Top 5 Excuses People Eat Poorly and 100 Quick, Cheap, Nutritious, Delicious Fixes. Thanks so much for being with us, Meghan Gilmore. Don't be a stranger. Come back and give us more information when you can.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, there she goes. That's pretty good stuff. I like having her on here to give us a little bit. It's hard to get started on that, and it's great that she was able to get herself on the right wagon. We can do the same with that book.
Well, I'll tell you, the 5 excuses that she rattled off, I think probably all 5 of them I've used before. So.
Yeah, I'm sure we all have.
Yeah.
Story out today that, do you take your vitamins, by the way?
I do, actually. I try to take like a daily calcium, magnesium, and zinc vitamin.
The lovely Courtney, our executive producer, gave me a vitamin cocktail yesterday. I was going through the craving. I was looking for something sweet, and I didn't want to eat anything sweet. Just, just have one of these vitamin cocktails here, and it'll give you a lot of energy. And I just sort of plowed through the rest of the day. It was really good. Here's a vitamin story for you. They're saying B vitamins, we've heard they're helpful, but they may be able to combat pollution effects. They say they may have some protection against air pollution. And there was a small human trial that they had. The researchers in the United States found that high doses of these supplements, the vitamin B vitamins, may completely offset the damage caused by very fine particulate matter. So the scientists involved followed up, did this little study. They say follow-up studies are really urgently needed, especially in, they say, heavily polluted cities. Where do you think the most polluted cities are located?
Oh, boy. I got to say Chicago's probably pretty bad. L.A., we're really good about keeping our pollution down.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Oh, well, worldwide. Probably somewhere in China.
Yeah, China. Somewhere in China, in Beijing, or maybe in Mexico, they say. And they say the impacts of air pollution on health have become a cause of growing concern for people all over the world. And according to the World Health Organization, over 90% of the world's population live in areas where air pollution exceeds safety guidelines. Now, I will say here in our country, as a kid, I remember, and we broadcast from Hollywood, California, there used to be lots of smog in Southern California. And I'll have to admit, one thing I'll give the politicians credit for is it seems like they have cleaned up the air somewhat from what it used to be. And that's tough because Los Angeles, the Indians used to call it the Valley of Smoke because the mountains are all around, so it sort of traps it in the Los Angeles basin. But they've done a good job on cleaning that up somewhat.
Well, so, you look at old pictures of L.A. or the San Fernando Valley, and you see just that. It's like this brown blanket of smog. And that's really cleared up a lot.
Yeah, I think it's better for everybody. Plus, I got rid of my old 51 Ford. That would help out a lot. The old cars used to really be a polluter.
Oh, yeah.
You could fire those things up. Fun to work on, though. And then they put those smog devices. You had to, get your car and convert them over if it was over a certain year. And, boy, that would always that would be a little hazard to the performance of the engine. But anyway, I should fire up my old 53 Merc and see if I can, pump out a couple of particles into the air. And then see if we can get this. And then help them study this some more. Straight ahead, we continue. We're going to talk a little wine for you here with Donnie Sebastiani. Don't go away. It's What's Cooking Today on CRN, the Crush Radio Network. Michael Horn and Eric Hines.